Turns out the Xbox has killed it, and they've got the best handheld on the market. Imagine that.
Congratulations to Microsoft, Xbox, and Rogue Ally getting together and achieving a historic milestone and shattering records worldwide with one of the best and the world's most hardest handheld ever released in gaming history. Serious shout out to them.
First
The
handheld.
following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Carry on, carry on, Rez.
Quick
Carry
question,
on.
quick question for you fellas. Which first IP game on the Rogue Ally will you be playing on the PlayStation side through Steam?
Just to dig in on the ponies, I'm gonna play Spider-Man 2.
I'm gonna play GTA 6. You get what I mean? That's how bad it's gonna be. Even though it's multi-plat, Rogue Ally is gonna beat the PlayStation 5 Pro. That's all there is to it.
Listening to y'all, man, it brings joy to my ears, man. It brings joy to my ears as I bring Realist One on in here, and just to think that you guys been in this race with me for a while, man. Especially Realist, man. I mean, this dude's been here for a long
in the
time.
building. Welcome, fam.
Realist.
This guy come
What
out the
it do?
comment section. Then I had Spark 117, man, coming out of Twitter X on me, hitting me up. I didn't even know the guy, hitting me up. Was like, hey, Legal Man, will you come play some Halo with me? Just out of the blue, nowhere. We didn't know each other. He just hit me up.
How we started, Famo, is when you left
You
comments,
sent me a message. You sent me a
Twitter.
message.
And then I'm like, notice how Ryan Jim doesn't have a Twitter account, and that's where we hit it off. And I messaged you, yo, get in on some Halo.
Oh, okay. See, he remembers it more than I do. And then Rez comes around, man, out of the blue, out of Twitter X, just slaughtering cats, making people mad at the truth. And it's funny how everything turns full circle, man. And there's so much to talk about, but we're not going to hold y'all up too long tonight because we're going to let the beauty of the raw Xbox Ally X shine tomorrow. So a lot of us got to go to work, get up and go get that thing. If you're getting it through the mail or you have to run up to the store. Me, I got to run up to Best Buy. I didn't want it mailed. I didn't want to take the chances of something going wrong, so I wanted mine now. So that's what I did. You guys can still hear me though, right? I got to make
Yeah, you just fine.
I got to make some changes real quick on my screen. Give me 1 second. 1 second, y'all. Okay, there we go. All right, so this has been one crazy week, man, and it hasn't even started yet. Shouts to Rand in the building, man. I see you. Rand says my Xbox Ally ships tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about, man. Rand in the building. Listen, I'm gonna cook, but before I cook, I'm passing the mic around. I feel like I'm about to do some damage, and it wouldn't be fair to not let these guys say anything, man. I think I'm gonna do some damage. I'm gonna take the air out of the room, but I'm gonna wait. So Rez, Realist, Spark 117, I got the mics for y'all, man. Whoever want to chime in first and go after the other one, be my guest, man. Or speak now or forever hold your peace. But okay, I'll do the introduction, man. Look, y'all know what we're about. And if y'all like what we're about, man, subscribe to this channel. Like I said, I get these brothers got mics. But if you want to jump on this stage, man, with us as we perform, man, come on up on the stage, man. That's what Direct Gaming is all about. Shout out to all the real Xbox fans around the world. Shout out to the mighty chat pack in the building. I got one of my generals in the building, 30 below, in the building. The chat pack keeps it raw, The chat pack keeps it 100% funky, man. It's all Xbox in there, man. So just watch how you move around in them green streets in there, man. We appreciate them. The channel and the shows wouldn't be nothing without them. Shout out to everybody around the world that makes us international. This is what we do. Yeah, listen, hit the notification bell so that you never miss a beat because we're breaking news. And I mean that. We're breaking news. You get it? No pun intended. But we break this news down. So there's no scheduling here. We go off the top rope on Di-RRec Gaming. We are non-traditional. And we take a lot of pride in that. So we come in after a hard day's work. We get together, man, and this is what we do. Realists might pour them a little drink. Realists might even be on the road. We don't even know. Realists probably riding. Realists be traveling all the time. We got realists on the traveling note. We got Rez coming out of the heat out of Arizona. And I got my man coming out of Canada on y'all, man. And it don't stop. We do this. And while we're doing that, we love it when we get some special guests that come out of here straight out of the Xbox streets, man, and join us because y'all are all right at home. It's my man Sanchez Gaming in the building coming off the top rope. I told y'all, man, these guys will be smashing them, elbow smashing them, and chat pad will just come off the top rope. They come out of nowhere on you, man. You gotta watch it. The chat pad's wild, bro. They don't care. Leave some comments below. Share, like, do whatever you feel. Hey, man, it's much appreciative. But now we here. We here, and it's about to get raw tonight, man. Pause. But it's about to get raw tonight, bro. I'm taking all the air out the room. It's too much going on, man. It's too much silly stuff still. But we're gonna dead that tonight. So I'm gonna let my guys on the panel come out with them jabs, get that face off softened, and I'm gonna come with that haymaker, man. Y'all have at it, man.
Man, I just
I'm
rolled.
gonna let Spartan and Real go first, and then I'll go after them.
Thank you so much because I got this joint rolled right now, and I just wanted to go first if it's okay with everybody. This is why I rolled this joint. It's a celebratory joint that I'm smoking here this evening.
Yeah, dude.
On behalf of the podcast, I'm sorry if you don't smoke weed. I'll smoke.
Canada's in the building.
Very, very happy that 1 week to go, and we all get to see the future of Halo. Shout outs to that. That's my first puff. Another shout outs to one of my favorite games of all times now.
Shout out to my man Unlimited Production. Keep going, baby.
We're going to smoke another joint for Starfields, Terramera DLC coming out soon. We saw that. A huge shout out again to the Ally X family coming out. A very, very amazing time to be in the gaming industry. And shout outs to everybody out here, Chit Chat panel, supporting me, being amazing to me, gaming with me, cheering me on. Thank you all. I'm smoking this joint for all of you this evening. And Xbox is a clear winner here. Get your ultimates up. We're about to have an amazing holiday seasons coming through with amazing bangers coming out and amazing bangers being announced starting next week. Thank you. Realist?
I don't know why y'all surprised, man. Y'all know my boy Spawn 117 ain't gonna say much, man. That's it. That back on the couch. He's done. He's probably playing some Halo. He's probably chilling. That's it. Rez, you next, bro.
They say he's a man of few words, but they carry a little weight. Yeah.
They said that the handheld wasn't special, right? They said that it wasn't going to really do anything different from the rest of the market, that it wasn't going to be popular, that people weren't going to buy it, that it wasn't an Xbox. And I just think it's kind of funny and vindicating that it's been the complete opposite so far. It's been selling out across all retailers. They were talking about like there might not be any more stock until like holidays, so they're already having to make more to accommodate for all the pre-orders that have sold out. And all the reviews have been coming in, and every single review except for one from Tom Warren, but we don't really take him seriously, have been good. very positive, actually. There's already been comparisons from reviewers saying that it's better than the Steam Deck, and it's got different features and different things that kind of make it stand above everything else that's out there right now. And for the price points, I mean, if they're saying, you know, if you don't want to spend that extra if you're not the hardcore, you could always get the Ally, which still plays everything extremely well, just, you know, at a slightly lower resolution than the X, and you're still getting this pretty much same experience. I mean, you've got different options here. It's not just the X, like everybody just concentrates on the X, but you have both models for both different types of gamers. So, you know, in more than one ways, they're giving you more options to play, and it's been a smashing success, and it's great to see you know, all the ponies online getting angry about it, like arguing over whether or not it's an Xbox, and because they have nothing else to really pull out, no additional straw mans to try to bring up, because it's just a great handheld, and everybody who's used it so far has had a great experience with it. And this is just the start. I mean, they're going to continue working on it, continue pushing updates, continue improving frame rates with different games. And what I like too about it is, I pointed out Morning America, which is great marketing, and really get that handheld out there and get it in people's eyes and minds, and really grow the product and grow the ecosystem. And that's a great way to do it, is put on national television like that. And they even hinted in something, they said something in that interview, something that me and Legal, this is the introduction. This is what's going to be the beginning of the next generation.
Hey, Rez, real quick. Rez, real quick. Check where you're at, because you're going in and out. In some places in your speeches, you're going in and out. So make sure you're in a good area, a good spot. I just wanted to let you know that, in case you didn't know. That's all.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's my headset. It's switching from, because I'm on the road right now, so it's switching from my car to from my Bluetooth. Can you hear me better now?
Oh yeah, I know all about that. Yeah, you're stuck in that position now. Unless you just go ahead and speak through your disconnect and speak through your car. It shouldn't mess with you. You should sound still. I do that too sometimes. I've done a show where I was in my car going home. Ask Realist. We do it all the time.
Hold on a second. Yeah, I'll go ahead and have Real take over. I'll finish my thought after him.
No, you're good. I mean, you're good. You're good,
I'll
man.
finish my thought once he's done.
Yo, Rez, go ahead and finish. You're good. It ain't as bad as I'm just saying it happens. So
You sound
go
clear.
ahead.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. You good, bro. All right, Realist. He probably didn't even hear us. He probably muted it out. Go ahead, Realist.
Y'all go ahead. Hold on.
I won't cook, man. I'm trying to be nice.
Hey, my quick question here, brother. This Ally and Ally X that is out, that is a huge hint for the next generation of Xbox hardware on how they're going to release it, right?
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna get on that, brother. Good question. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
can
man.
y'all hear me?
Hype.
Yeah, I can hear you,
All right,
Realist.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
You go ahead. You ready to get on that mic?
Man, look, man. I
All
don't
right.
have much to say, but shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody who rocks out with DIRREC Gaming. Cause look, y'all spend a whole lot more time, right? Is that appropriate? Look, y'all spend way more time than I do on social media. I watch more YouTube than participate in social media. But I'm no stranger to the foolery of ponies and flip-flopping Xbox, former Xbox fans who now want the approval of ponies. I'm no stranger to that. So I know what's going on, right? It's just a different day, same crap. But hey, shout out to everybody who got their ROG Ally Xbox X. You know, you had the money, or if you didn't have the money, you found the money. Because there's one thing for certain: people in this economy or any other economy, especially here, I can't say any other economy, they find the money for the things they want. So all this, it costs too much, or a better value as a PlayStation 5. Hey, it's your device, it's your gaming. So look, because I dig in on Twitter a little bit earlier, and I saw this guy said that the PlayStation is better value. It's $500 cheaper. I didn't even go into all the things that go into that. Can you play it on the go? And can you play more than just PlayStation games? Because see, a lot of people don't really understand what's going on. We'll get into that later, because I kind of jumped off on it. Was it day before yesterday, legal? But I didn't really get into it, so I'm gonna get into it on the show, because it's so much. And if you're a real Xbox fan, if you're a real game nerd, you follow the industry, you should really see what Microsoft is doing with the Xbox Series S, these handhelds. We should know what's going on, because all we're doing is reading the tea leaves. We're paying attention. We're fans, right? It's a fan. You're a fan of Michael Jordan, legal. You know how many points he had when he had the flu. You know what I mean? I know how many triple doubles my guy got while he carried his team on his back to the finals, even when they lost. But I want to hear what you got to say about what's going on.
Can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah,
I can always hear you.
Yep.
I don't have any issues hearing you.
All right. So what I was
could you hear?
Yeah, I think what was happening is it was going between my headset and the car's Bluetooth, which is why I think it was messing up.
Well, I'm gonna wrap it up and then let you jump back in, because I've been talking this whole while. What you think, we were just waiting on you to come back?
No. I didn't have.
I'm gonna wrap it up. Like I said, I don't have much to say yet, because I'm gonna kind of bounce off of you guys. Because look, I'm happy for everybody who got their hands on this device. I want to see the videos. I want to, if you participate on Twitter, I want to see some screenshots, more unboxings, because we also need to show that the fake narratives that they create mean nothing. The same way that they were hyping up the Portal, a streaming only device, that's the same way that if you came up with that, 1068 plus tax, maybe you bought that 2 gig hard drive or SSD. Is it? Yeah, it's SSD. You spend what, $250 for that? You know what I mean? Hey, it's your device. Have fun with it. Don't let anybody shame you because you had the bread or the credit for it, because a lot of these suckers don't have credit. A lot of these suckers walking around here with 450s. So look, enjoy your gaming. All right, I'm done. I want to bounce off you guys.
So yeah, like
he's ready. That real is ready. Look at him. He ready, boy. Yeah. That's it. He's that. I got you tonight, boy. I got you. I got a big surprise for Di-RRec Gaming tonight.
Really? Like I was saying, this was
because I just follow the gaming, bro. The narratives. We squash all the narratives.
Facts.
We squashed the narratives back when this generation started.
Facts. We did narratives like Mario does.
We've been talking about the same things over and over again for the past 5 years. Facts. But it's only now that we're starting to get validation here on Di-RRec Gaming. So go ahead, Rez.
Yeah, and it feels good, man, because like a lot of the things that we've been talking about have been coming true, and this is the start of the next generation of Xbox. They even hinted at it during that Good Morning America interview. Me and Legal were talking about all these features, this PC storefront, this Windows, and this beautiful congregation of Windows and Xbox together, using the best of both worlds and what they do. Is what we're going to see on that next Xbox console, and people are going to really see the versatility, the options that you have, and the amount of content and services and features that you're getting on these devices in so many different ways, and with the added benefit of the play anywhere, with the cross play, the cross save, all of these different things combined into one. None of the other competition offers that. And when you're giving your customers that many options with access to that many libraries at once, I mean, it's hard to really turn that down, because that's just the deal of a century, especially right now. I mean, yeah, the price of Game Pass went up, but they've already said that if you're grandfathered in, it's not going up. So, I mean, as long as you stay subscribed, you're not going to get hit with that price point. And people are going to really turn on to that, especially when they start to see the benefits of it and they start to actually play on these devices. And I think, too, what's going to happen is I think Xbox is also going to integrate the handheld to have playability with the console, meaning like, so for example, like the handheld could be like have the map of like the game you're playing, like similar to what like the Wii U had with certain games with like Zelda, for example. You're going to be able to add more playability to games by having integration there, and they're going to be improving different other features as well, that they're going to be cross environment, you know, cross both devices. That's going to just add more basically versatility and variety in how you can experience a game. It's really going to take them to the next level in just so many different ways. And just the competition, they're not offering that. And Switch hasn't had a real competitor, not like this. And for Xbox to come out with this handheld right off the bat, like full on home run swinging, I mean, it's just amazing what they pulled off so far. And they're just getting started, and they're going to be adding more games every month to play anywhere. They're going to give you more access. They're going to give you more native playing, like where, you know, you can download almost your whole library. I mean, at some point, I think they're going to have pretty much the full library of your games to be accessed on it as well natively. And then also on top of that, they're going to continue further improving their cloud side of it too. So when you're on the go, it's going to be just a far superior experience compared to the Switch 2 or the Steam Deck or any of the other competitive handhelds out there. It's just it's just the ultimate bang for your buck, and you're getting your money's worth if you look at it from that perspective. And on top of that, if they continue on with their cadence and Game Pass with their first party deliverance and their indies and everything else, and the continuing game releases, it's just all kind of coming together, right? Their ecosystem, their options of like play on any device. I mean, they're giving you pretty much anything that you could think of to play on, and then some. And you throw in Game Pass on top of that. I just think they've put themselves in that position that they've been working on since they introduced Game Pass in 2018, to truly expand their player base as far reaching as possible, like on every platform possible. And this is kind of more of the expansion of that. And I'm really excited, man, because I think this handheld is really going to open people's eyes to what Microsoft's trying to do. So it's all around good for gaming, because it's going to also make the other companies also compete in that area as well. Like, you know, we heard that Sony's doing their own handheld supposedly at some point as well. So it's just better all for gamers, give them more options, more ways to play. And they needed to really hit it good with this handheld, because people were really looking to give another reason to spite Microsoft. And with all the negative press lately, even though a lot of it was fake and not necessarily true, this was a good way to kind of squash all that bullshit and to finally show that Microsoft's here to stay. All these narratives are dumb and debunked, and let's get to gaming, because I'm excited. I'm going to be picking it up once I get my stock dividend next month. I'm planning on grabbing it, but I'm excited to play. I'm really going to start off by just playing PlayStation games at first, because I just want to anger the donkey. So I'm going to be posting a lot of videos on Twitter and just getting them getting the stable riled up. But I know I wanted to finish that thought there, but everybody should be excited because the next generation is going to be amazing for Microsoft and Xbox. It's really going to make them kind of really outshine everybody else, and I'm ready for it. I know my homie Legal's ready to get his bars off, so that was my final thought. Is this is just the beginning of the next generation, and we're truly in for something special.
Okay, y'all being real generous tonight. Good, man, good. Cause I'm hyped. Yo, shouts to everybody in the chat pad, man. We see y'all. I'm about to do y'all justice, man. Y'all know why y'all came to DIRREC Gaming, man. Listen, and I'm gonna make this clear. If you in DIRREC Gaming, it's not because you're trying to be a popularity person. You're not. This is not one of these big channels where we're just goofy and we tell you lies and we just regurgitate BS all damn day long. You're here because you know what we bring. You know what I bring. And everybody out there, man, that's ever been truth telling, who's ever been standing tall on Xbox, man, you know how I feel about y'all. I don't watch that many YouTube channels. I don't. But for the few that I watch, man, they're rock solid, man. And one of these dudes in here, like I say, man, Dolan Knight is a rock solid dude. He's a leader. He helped build the chat pad up, man. And he's forever in our thoughts, man, for doing that. He hyped it up and created it and made it better than I did. We got my man Unlimited Productions up in there, man. Unlimited Productions been out here about like me, just rock solid, man. Knows his Xbox, man. Not afraid to tell the truth, man. When the storms are heavy, and many of y'all, like my other brother, Island Gaming J, many of y'all out there, man, that that don't get the proper recognition. And I also want to say, shouts to my man Ray for shouting out me the other day on his podcast, man. I really appreciate it. Couldn't do it without any of these guys in the chat pad. We couldn't do what I do, man, without all the surrounding support. And we appreciate you guys, man, for paying attention to the work that we do, man. And like I said, man, we're all Texas Connection. We're all Texas Connection. Me, Unlimited, the realest one, Ray, Teknoblast. If I miss anybody else, but those are the ones I know. Mr. Kima. Man, we're all Texas Connection. We're all family, man. And it's just nothing but love over here. But like I've always said, if you want to know my origins comes from Mr. Kima. Mr. Kima put me onto this social media stuff, man. He put me in that gauntlet. He threw me in that gauntlet full of donkeys, man. And he saw I knocked them all out. Every donkey you ever known has never stood long with me, man. They can't. And what did I tell you? That they all were going to fail you, didn't I? Just like my man really said, we destroyed every narrative. We were just going to ride that bike. But see, we were the ones steering. We made them pedal. They got tired. We were just steering the bike the whole time. We were chilling. Our legs were cocked up on the handlebars. We were just chilling. They were the ones doing all the pedaling this whole time. And so the donkeys have nowhere else to go but to them. They're stuck with all the dummies. They're stuck. They can't go anywhere. They're stuck. And now that you're stuck, you are going to witness how they failed you. There's nothing they can do. They can't save you. I told you that. They're not going to save you. They're not buying these games for you. Now look. Now look. It's apparent y'all don't buy video games. Look. All the reports are coming out now. The cover's blown. They can't do nothing for you. Make another YouTube show. That's it. But over here, we take all the air out the room. We don't survive by oxygen over here, man. We're in the deep waters. See, we go into the deep waters. We got gills over here. The killer whales, the orcas are over here, bro. The orcas are over here. You playing with those minnows. They have no chance. All they can do is lie to you. They can't tell you no future. Look, they can't tell you what the future of the PlayStation 6 is, but we can tell you what the future of the Xbox is. We're not the same. So I'm going to start off one more time. The beginning of my cooking, I got to start where I left off from the last show. I'm going to start one more time because I think there's a few of y'all that still don't get it. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. I saw you Unlimited. You already know, bro. Salute, bro. Y'all let me know if you still don't understand this stuff. But I'm gonna put it like this. Online, you can type in, is gaming one of the most expensive hobbies? The answer, gaming is one of the most popular and enjoyable hobbies in the world. However, gaming has also turned into one of the most expensive hobbies out there. To all my cheap gamers, why are you crying about gaming? If gaming is an expensive hobby and you're a cheap gamer, the question is, why are you crying? That would be like me playing a Pee Wee league, crying about not being a professional basketball player. You have no place in the say so. So do like Sony told their fan base. Go out there, get you 2 jobs, or go cut a yard. Because gaming is a grown man sport. There's no crying over here. We don't feel sorry for you because you can't afford something in gaming. We're men over here. Go work. Go get a job. That's that one. The second one, I guess people don't understand this. So I'm going to have to take the air out the room. You remember when they try to tell us how much it costs, right? How much Game Pass costs? And you remember when they told us what? What was it? 300. I'll even get down to it. Let's be for real. I don't want to mess up anybody's, little feelings. So let's just go with the ultimate, and that's we'll do this times let's see, that'd be 4 to 11. Okay, to 11. Let's do this. 19.99. If we did it every month, okay, 239. Okay, so let's just say before this new $30 thing kicks in, right? I'll even do that. Let's just do that. 29 times 12, because that'd be every month. So that's $359, right? There we go. Let's just do that. $359. I'm gonna show you the genius of Xbox real quick, or Microsoft rather. So everybody, this is the hypocrisy, right? So everybody was talking about how Game Pass is too expensive. That's where you messed up at, because like I said, over here we're different. We're built different on DIRREC gaming. So we heard you, but over here, all we care about is what goes on in North America. We don't care about what Chris Dream talks about over there in the UK, where they only sell 4 or 5 million consoles a lifetime. We don't care about what he's got to say over there for Ghost of Yote. We could care less. Over here in America, in the second largest market in the world for gaming is what we care about on our soil. All right. Most of the yappers, most of the hoof mafias are American people that you see on Twitter X running their mouth. So let's dive on in. They said Game Pass was too expensive. That's what they said. Okay, so Game Pass is too expensive. Watch this. The report found that on the global market size is 189 billion, up 3.4 year to year, right? I know y'all love this. This is when I be throwing that poison out there. With North America accounting for 28%, which is 52.7 billion of that total, and Europe making up only 18%. So why do we even care about what any news comes out of Europe, bro? 18%. Stop listening to those Europeans over there running their mouth like Gaz and them. They part of that damn small ass 8%. Nobody care about what Gaz got to say. Nobody cares about what those weirdos got to say. They ain't putting in the work in the market. When you can get over 28%, then talk to us. You 18%. We over here, second largest market. While North America and Europe house only 20% of players. That would be 3.57 billion. The regions together account for 46% of the global spending, though. Okay, watch this. Elsewhere, the report found that North America leads in the annual spend per player. So we piggyback them. We make them look good. They don't make us look good. We make them look good. That's why they're always stuck in our news. When you listen to them bumping their gums, because those grifters over there ain't got nothing else to talk about, over there, they got to use our news. Because why? We're the ones carrying the weight. That's why. We spend on an average. Here we go. Y'all ready for this? Remember what I told you we spend for Game Pass a year? Watch this. Gamers spend on an average in North America $325 a year. $325 and $359. Think about that. For $25 more, you're playing 500 more games. So who was really making more of a fool of themselves? Of course they were, because they were ignorant. They didn't even realize that they were making fun of themselves. The average amount that the American gamer pays for video games each year is $325. What are we talking about, people? Okay, so you just deaded yourself. You just made yourself look stupid. Now watch this. The European players spend almost 3 times less. Why are you listening to them? I told you, I'm gonna take the 3 times less. They don't even play video games over there. That's why they on YouTube doing a bunch of talking. With an average of $125 a year. That's it. We average $170. We spend more. 3 times of what they do. They only spend $51.60 on an average. That ain't even a brand new game over here. And that's who you listening to. You listen to a bunch of buffoons. Now, done with that. We're done with that chapter now. This concludes that matter. We're going to move on to something else. All of them from IGN, Gamer Network, Ziv Davis, all of them under the same umbrella. Push Square, all of these dudes, Eurogamer, Digital Foundry, we get it. Kotaku, all of them has fallen and had to be rebought from another company to withstand them. All facts. So you got the gaming media that couldn't even hold their own feet up. They fell apart and had to get bought out. Not all of them, but a hefty percentage of them. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Even they need backup. And so since it's a collaborated effort to bring bad news to Xbox all the time, right? You just witnessed them try to kickstart bad news just for this week. They were hoping that there might have been a possibility that the bad news would have carried over when everybody got their hands on this handheld. But that didn't happen. It didn't go into their favor. It didn't go into their favor. They were crucifying Xbox so bad that it backfired on them. They were talking about Xbox not being in stores and stores wasn't going to carry their retail. Now remember what I'm saying now, because you got to remember, they're stupid. They talk to the dummies. You got to understand something, man. They talk to the dummies. You cannot believe in what the gaming media tells you all the time, because they talk to the dummies. They want to make you believe that Xbox is hurting. They want to make you believe that Xbox is out for the count and that they're struggling. But that's because if you listen to them, you would really think that. But Game Pass has its biggest subscribers on the Xbox console. So why would Xbox be struggling if Game Pass is being used the most on the console platform. Second, the top 3 giants in the gaming industry is Sony with a revenue of 23 to 24 billion. No, I'm sorry, 28 billion. Second is Tencent with 25 billion. And guess who the third is? You guessed it, Microsoft with 25 billion. How in the world is Microsoft going out of business when it's in the top 3 biggest gaming companies per revenue? Go look it up. Top 3. So only a dummy would believe a dummy. The minds are the same. They say stuff out here not to educate, but they say stuff out here because they believe that you're dumb enough to believe it. If you're dumb enough to believe it, it affects you. You get sad. You can't handle the social media because the only time you can handle social media is when things are going great for Xbox. But you got to learn how to be a warrior, man. You got to learn how to stand tall, and you got to learn how to be truthful, and you got to understand that this is just gaming. The media is just the media. The media is not gaming. YouTube is not gaming. I can't get upset on Twitter X. You see me, I'm laughing because it's all a big joke. Because when you got knowledge, it can't affect you. It only going to affect you if you don't have the knowledge. You don't have the knowledge, everything's going to affect you. You're going to be all messed up. And it was sad to watch some of my Xbox comrades get all messed up over this stuff, over the ignorant stuff. And then lo and behold, the dates started moving. And they got crazier and crazier because they knew the Xbox Raw Ally X was around the corner. They kept trying to bring out pictures. You had people coming out talking about, I called my local Walmart. You had donkeys that worked for Walmart coming out on Twitter X making up lies. Well, Costco got rid of Xbox. Ain't not a damn Xbox fan alive that I ever knew that said they bought their damn Xbox from Costco. Not one person ever. In my 24 years of being an Xbox fan, have I ever heard anybody tell me that they bought their damn Xbox from Costco? Facts. So what happened today? After the gaming media and all the other donkeys in the world going up and down that wave, right? The #1 retail store in the world, Walmart, came out and just marketed Xbox for Microsoft. Made all of y'all look super dumb. Super dumb. Because like I've been telling y'all, they have always caught an L throughout history. Why do y'all tend to keep trying to believe them? They ain't never won nothing. They always end up with an L. Every single time. It always ends up in an L. Because I told you, there's nothing they can do to stop Microsoft. The company that they really feel sorry for can't hold up to Microsoft. I've been telling you that. Sony can't compete with Microsoft. And you're really about to find out very soon now. Because see, the universal aspect of Microsoft that y'all thought was weak, when I used to tell y'all that Microsoft was going to build their own infrastructure, they're going to build their own kingdom, it's happening. And they got a bad boy like AMD who wants to spread their wings as well. So they're staying close together. They're going to show these, like Realist said, these weak ass PC gamers who really don't have real PC hookups, who only go out here and buy these powerful GPUs to accommodate their weak ass PC hookup, right? And that's all. That's almost 90. That's 99% of y'all that don't have a legit put together PC, right? Because a real legit put together PC is gonna cost you over $3,000, $3,000 minimum. That's with the same high power CPU chip, with the same high power GPU chip. But like I've always said to realists, PC's outdated. They still use these big ass modems to put these big ass fans. Nobody does no shit like that with no tech. No specialized new tech gonna build something that damn big like that and put them big ass fans in like that and say, here you go. You gotta go buy you a big ass desktop. Nah, Xbox showed y'all the way. They built this small, compact, that's beautiful, right? Compact Leviathan called the Xbox Series X and made every PC in the world look dumb. Everybody came out from the PC world to look and say, how did they do that? Go back in 2020. They all came out they woodworks and said, how did Microsoft build something this compact and it's not overheating? PC's not that revolutionary, people. Just go back in time and look at how a desktop looked and come up to 2025 and look at how a desktop looked. It hasn't evolved that much. It's the same damn thing. Modem, monitor, keyboard. That's it. But when you about to find out about this next Xbox, you about to find out about how this chip, this APU is about to work. See what they're used to? Separate CPU to a separate GPU. Those days are over. All this talk about PC is this innovative and all that is about to end. Nah, it's the console that innovates. The PC stays the same. See, the truth is about to come out. Y'all was telling me some blasphemy, telling me to go get a PC for what? I don't need no damn PC. I can't quick resume on that damn thing. PC don't have features. It doesn't have features like my Xbox has features. It's outdated. That quick resume is a beast. It's a monster. The cloud is a monster. That's why you got them folks sitting up there talking about, I'm getting a PC and I'm going to get Game Pass. They found out that the Game Pass on PC is not the same as console. They look dumb. They also found out they ain't got the cloud over there either. Look dumb. You look dumb. I don't care about your settings. I don't care about none of that. I was a Gears of War fan. All them PC guys got their heads knocked off. Frames and all that. Listen, that's for the experts. You're not an expert. Why am I going to listen to you? You're not an expert. You ain't never ran no game. So why am I listening to you about a damn setting on your PC? You ain't never ran no game. That's for people that's serious. You barely play your PC games anyway. You over here talking about Xbox games. Next year, you're going to look real dumb. Where's Grand Theft Auto 6 on your PC? Nowhere to be found. Next subject. Now we over here. Last day. The last day of crucifixion. And on Friday, it rose from the grave. And while it was in the grave, the media, like I told you, had to ride the wave again. They saw the news of Moore's Law. Moore's Law's dad told them months ago what was going to happen. They made fun of them. The fanboys come out, which will always catch an L, right? This goes all the way back to when AMD was talking about it. This goes all the way back when Phil Spencer and them were talking about the universal apps. Remember that? Everybody laughed at it, said it was it's weak. They're only doing that because they can't compete. Look, man, look. Like I always told y'all, the dog in the kennel barks the loudest. And usually the dog in the kennel is a small dog. I live by a German Shepherd. He don't do all that barking. You don't hear him. He don't do all that barking. But get close to that chain and see what happens to you. That's the Xbox. The Xbox ain't got to do all that barking. You can hate on it. Your hate is what's growing it. Your hate is what's going to get you in trouble. And you've hated so long, you fed this monster. You fed this Leviathan. I told you you're going to create a Leviathan. Now it's about to turn into its true form, and it's going to just take over. It's going to have all the storefronts. It's going to have all the power. See, you had to get away from console. Console hindered the Xbox because it's too donkeyfied. Devs are one-sided. They took sides with PlayStation. They wanted parity. They did, like my man really said back in the day, they didn't want to take time to learn the beauty of the technology of the Xbox One. The Xbox One still has one beautiful game on it that even if you put it today, the best PlayStation game ever made still like dog shit compared to it, and that's Rise Son of Rome. That's a group of developers that take time to learn the tech. The SRAM and the Xbox One was just a lost feature, wasn't it? All that true power just gone because devs just didn't want to take the time. And look, let's don't feel sorry for these devs. Some of these devs are raggedy as hell. They saw the cheap way. They did. Oh, it's easy making the PlayStation over here, so we're just gonna do that. Parity. Or nah, 1080p, 900p. 1080p, 900p. That's what they did. They did that for a whole generation. Now look at them. What did it do for them? They did a lot of crying after COVID. There was a lot of layoffs. There was a lot of them getting fired. Now look at them. Games can't sell because you believed in that weak-ass fan base. Look at all those devs that try to believe in that weak-ass fan base. Look at Vince. Look at Zembella from Titanfall. Oh, Vince. He had to learn. Look at Cliffy B. He had to learn. Look at Concord, had to learn. Look at Marathon, had to learn. You're putting your faith in a fan base that don't buy games, that ain't never bought games. They never fooled us. We told you the only reason those games sold is when those games went on sale, when they got to $19.99. And we told y'all that if them games go on sale and you buying them, how is Sony gonna make money? And all y'all cared about was them numbers. Yeah, but it sold 20 million. Yeah, but they're broke. Then when that chart came out this year, the most expensive games for PlayStation was damn near Call of Duty's all the way through there. All the way through there. Wasn't not one damn PlayStation exclusive. Y'all look dumb. You look dumb. Because we knew that's the only time you bought those games. Y'all been peasants, like the PC community called people. Y'all been peasants. Y'all just hit it in the console sales. Y'all are a bunch of flunkies that said, you know what? Let's just go buy the console. Let's get the console sales up and we'll just get the games on sale. And y'all did this for years. Now it's not working out too well for you. Look at Ghost of Yote. How does a fan base, right, go thirsty and hungry for 2 years, right? Finally get a damn exclusive and it chart at 12. It charts at 12. Man, ain't nobody taking y'all serious, man. Y'all flunkies. It's a new generation on PlayStation now, and they play those free-to-play games. And the other ones are online talking about Xbox. You know why? Because playing free-to-play games and talking about Xbox is more exciting than PlayStation exclusives. That's why. That's why they do it. PlayStation games are boring. And guess what? You finally got that article from IGN. Somebody finally told the truth. We've been saying it. We didn't need IGN to tell us. We wasn't hating. We were just telling the damn truth. It makes you mad. Truth makes y'all mad. And now, y'all called us welfare gamers. Y'all called us what y'all knew y'all really was deep inside and thought it would affect us. And then the report comes out that Xbox gamers play more games than any platform on earth. Another L y'all catch. And it's just been L's, super L's, super L's. Because that's all y'all ever get. It's L's. Y'all don't get no W's because y'all too retarded. Y'all too retarded. Y'all don't know how to talk gaming. Y'all don't really have no intellect. Your IQ on gaming is garbage. But y'all get on them YouTubes and try to bark up a tree with no cat in it and deceive your followers. And they tickle your elmos. You tickle their elmos. You say just what y'all don't know no different from Peter Popoff or Joel Osteen and them. Y'all say exactly what your congregation want to hear. Y'all don't ever give them the truth. You remember, hey, realist, you from Houston, you remember when that dog shit bastard got out there and fled his church and locked his doors during the hurricane and the people outside didn't have nowhere to go? They found the truth about that cow.
You talking about Joel Osteen?
Yes, sir. Found the truth about that. They found the truth about him real quick. But the good book says a fake shepherd will run. He will desert his flock to save his own life. But the good shepherd will lay his life down for his flock. So
Well,
who's
look,
lying?
I don't
Who's
think
lying?
Joel ever said he was a shepherd. He just wants everybody to be happy.
There you go. There you go. Say just what I want to hear. That's it. That's it. And that's exactly what your little goofy ass YouTubers do to y'all. They say exactly what y'all want to hear. Xbox is dead. They've been preaching you that Xbox is dead for 15 years. And Xbox is still here. Live and well. Like I said, it's the top 3 gaming, money-making revenue machine for the industry. Number 3. And it's the number 1 Western publisher. Come on, man. Y'all can't be this goofy. I think y'all just do this on purpose, but I'm starting to think you don't. I think some of y'all are just retarded, man. Y'all brain handicapped. I'm starting to think that because just being dumb for the sake of being dumb just ain't a good look. Whoever told y'all that was cool, man, get some different friends, man. Get you some different friends. Because the L is coming in a major, major way. Like I said, man, it's going to be so funny when Xbox takes over the gaming market. It's going to be so funny to watch y'all
says
squirm.
a lot of that 28 billion revenue for Sony is Microsoft's profits they have to divvy out.
Man, that's funny. That's some funny stuff right there. That's some funny stuff right there. Because if you look at the top 10 charts of PlayStation, it's an Xbox. It is. It's an Xbox. You don't see none of them PlayStation games over there on Xbox, man. Because without Helldivers, we're just not the same. And basically, Helldivers might as well be an Xbox game. We went out there and paid more for it. We took that game. We took it away. Now, y'all are at the end. And the last day, the sun is about to rise up. And if the Lord wakes you up tomorrow, you're going to witness something. You're going to witness something that you don't like. That prophecy that I said a long time ago, there's going to come a time where no matter where you look, no matter where you go, when they mention gaming, they're going to have to mention Xbox realists. When I used to say that, tomorrow is that day. People going to start walking around and watching a bunch of Xbox fans outside. See, look, we're different from Nintendo fans. You didn't see people walking around that Switch. They did the polls. Oh, we found out what 60 to 70 some percent use their Switch at home. Like, dang, man. They got a hybrid mobile piece console and they playing it in their house more than they do on the go. Okay. Well, guess what? It's Xbox time to show the world how to do it. And like Realist said, tomorrow, I can't wait to see all these people taking pictures. Twitter X is going to be flooded with pictures of people saying, I got mine, I got mine, I got mine, I got mine. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. And then you're going to really see people walking around. You're going to see it. They're going to be at work. They're going to be all over the place with that Xbox. They're going to be over there with that ROG Ally X and that ROG Ally. They're going to be all, don't worry. Don't worry, because we're a different breed.
Back in the building, he says, shout out to DIRREC Gaming Podcast. Salute, new legal and panel. Salute, gentlemen.
My man's in the building. Shout out to all the what we call them, the root gamers, man. Shout out to all the root gamers out there, man. Y'all very special. Y'all know what y'all mean to me, man. The OGs of the gaming field, bro. The OGs, the frontliners. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. I call them the Arcadians. The mighty Arcadians, man. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. Straight up. Now that ROG Ally X is right around the corner. It's gonna come out. It's gonna break y'all hearts. And let me give a special shout out. Let me stop for a minute and give a special shout out to one of the most realest unboxing shows that I've ever seen in my life. And unexpectedly, it's Paris Lily. Unexpectedly, right? I saw that unboxing, the intro. Paris opens it up, takes the charging block out, takes the sticker off the Xbox ROG Ally X, and that was it. When I saw that, I said, damn, man, that's it for that thing. Microsoft ain't playing around. That told me no gimmicks. No gimmicks. No gimmicks. And that was it. And then he was like, but I want to talk more about this. I want to talk more about this. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. So I looked. I had to touch my phone screen, and it said 59 minutes. I was like, what the hell? They spent an hour on this thing? What they got to talk about on this thing, man? And I mean, this guy phenomenally broke this thing down like a gamer, not like a tech guy. And it was like Styles P and Jadakiss. You had Danny over there with the questions. And look, and let's give Danny some love too, because the questions that Danny was giving Paris, because Paris had 2 weeks of it, right? And let's be real, 2 weeks with a new product. You may think it's a lot of time, but that's not a lot, man. For Paris to have remembered all of that stuff, that's what I was looking at. Damn, for him to, I don't know if he had some notes written down, but that wouldn't matter, right? I mean, if you're trying to get the information out, you're just trying to get the information out. But if he didn't have any of that written down, he was just going off of pure memory, bro. This guy's got to win an award for the best. We got to start doing, the Game Awards going to have to start doing best unboxing awards, because that right there, with Danny doing the questions, man, I think they changed this whole thing up. I think I'm gonna have to steal from that. I'm gonna have to start stealing from that unlimited production. When I do an unboxing, I'm thinking about having to get somebody on the show. We're gonna have to do a show unboxing where guys telling me questions, and we got to break this stuff down, because I've never watched an unboxing where I didn't get bored. There was not one boring moment in that unboxing for an hour. And he was trying to cover as much as he could cover. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And when it was done, I felt resolved. I did. I felt like damn, everything pretty much that I wanted to know got covered. And my opinion, and I was on YouTube looking at seeing a bunch of unboxing, Paris and Danny had the best one. So shout outs to them. They had the best one. It was more realistic. It was more gamer talk. It was more of a gaming culture feel. It wasn't, high tech. It was honest. I like the way, like we said on the last show. Listen, I fell victim to this. Resident Gamer knows this. I said, he called me one day because he was a little distraught. He says, Legal, I think Microsoft's done messed up, man. Every time, we get momentum, they step on the rake. I said, man, what are you talking about, man? Get off Twitter X. He says, nah, it ain't Twitter X. I'm talking about this handheld, man. What if this thing is overpriced? And I said, what do you mean? What if it's $900 some dollars? I said, Rez, I don't think it's gonna be $900 some dollars, man. I think it's gonna be Rez. And look, Rez, stop me if I'm lying. I said it's probably gonna be $799, $800 maybe, but I don't see it being $900 at all. I don't even see it being $800, probably $700. And I always said this: $500 to $400 for if they make the least one. So the $500 to $400 was kind of an easy guess, but I didn't think it would be a big of a jump. I thought they were gonna stick around in the $700s. And so Rez was like, yeah, that would be good if they did it. I just have a feeling. I said, why? And you showed me the claw. You showed me the claw. And this is a true story, y'all. He showed me the claw, man. Have you heard of the claw? I was like, the claw, nigga, that's Claw Leonard. What the hell you talking about? Oh, that's the wrestler. What the hell you talking about? The claw. And he showed me the claw. And I was like, damn, I saw the specs, right? Stanky G, what's up? Everybody in the building. Rain G4, what's up? The other veteran. All y'all, man, what's up? I see y'all. Sorry, I just want to give the shout outs to the chat, Pat. He was telling me, the claw. So I said, man, send me that, because I hadn't even heard the claw, right? He showed me the claw. I looked at the price. I said, damn, what's in this console? Eternity? I mean, heaven? A handheld at 1300. And he was like, I'm thinking about getting it. And I was like, dude, really? Are you serious? He was like, man, if I get it, it'd be the only handheld I get. I know Microsoft is trying to make it. And this is when, and Rez, remember, this was when the rumor of Microsoft making their own native handheld was still out. And you said that. You was like, I know Microsoft.
Yeah, remember when I showed you that Europe leak of the 849 pounds? You said it was bullshit.
I'm getting there. That's where I'm getting there. So this, y'all, was right when they still had the rumor out about the native handheld, right? And that's the one I was wanting, really. That's the one I was really wanting, with your own account, everything, all your games on it. Cool, right? I was like, yeah, I'll get that one. So if that one was still gonna come out, I wouldn't have had the ROG Ally X. That wasn't. I was gonna skip that. Excuse me. I was gonna skip that one. But we found out they canceled it. So Rez one day, like a couple days later, all he said was, "I told you, famo." I was like, "What?" Boom. The leak came out. I'm looking. Okay, fine. What is it? $899. I said, oh, damn. That's $900-something. Damn. I was like, oh, man. He was like, I told you, famo. They done stepped on the rake. Now, wow, this is crazy now. Man, call me when you can. So, of course, we at work, so he finally called me. He said, I told you, man. Now the whole internet, I said, I don't care about the internet, bro. That's not real. I don't care about what they say. But let's be honest. If Rez was like, I'm gonna have to stop you right there, legal. I gotta stop you, man. You can't defend this. You can't defend this. I was like, I can, but you can't, because Microsoft at this point needs to get as many handhelds and as many hands as possible. They don't need to mess up. They're doing so good, and then they're gonna step on the rake. I remember it like it was yesterday. And it's crazy. Now, this is $899. And I remember then Best Buy even put it out. $899 for pre-order. And some of them that got it for $899 until they changed it. And so I was like, yeah, man, damn. So we started reading the specs and everything. And then Rez is more of a spec guy. So he's reading the specs and he's like, and of course, I'm not saying nothing to Realist because I already know the answer to Realist. I'm getting it. It ain't even, you can't make Realist think anything negative. I'm getting it. That's it. He's already got 50 handhelds. So I'm getting it. So I never even dared to take this conversation to Realist because I already knew what the answer was going to be, right? So I'm trying to dig into Rez and trying to figure, why does he think this is such a letdown? And it's that price. And he was making some good points. And I was like, man, well, you showed me the claw, remember? And it was $1,300. Let's look at the specs. So we started looking at the specs. Remember, I said, I'm going to look at the specs. And I started texting you back the specs. And I'll never forget how you reacted. You said, damn, legal. I didn't look at the specs like this, but damn. I said, what are you thinking? You told me. You said, yo, this damn thing, it's on some next gen high level shit. It's up there. And I said, oh, really? You was like, yeah, man. You was like, the screen might be a little smaller from the claw, but damn, this thing is going toe to toe. So I went and you didn't know this, but I went, looked up the claw and I did a comparison from what we had at that time. Dude, they had gave the winner to the ROG Ally X. And you remember I sent it to you. I said, look, Rez, look. And he was like, what? And he was like, yeah, man, look what they said. And there they did some breakdowns. And what was crazy was that the claw was where it's at, it's finished. But they had found out that the ROG Ally X is not a finished product. This thing is going to have continual updates. It's going to get better. It's future proof. And it was some key things in there that it did that the claw didn't do. And so I showed Rez that. And Rez, I remember when you told me, you said, you know what? I changed my mind. I think I'm gonna get this ROG Ally X. Remember that? Now, mind you, this is still at $899, and then the price hike happened. Boom. And now it's $999.99. And I'm listening to Paris's unboxing, right? His show, him and Danny's show. And he's right. It's not, $1,000 is $1,000. There's no way you can make that sound cheap. I get it, right? $1,000 is $1,000, right? But it's also justifying that gaming is not a cheap hobby at all. But $1,000 is $1,000. If you've never had a handheld in your life, right, and you're an Xbox fan, this $1,000 is every worth your penny. Okay, you want to get into the handheld business? This one's gonna be your prize and joy, bro. This is your prize and joy. If you have multiple handhelds like the realest, and you're a gaming enthusiast, you're not gonna be fazed by it. You're gonna get it. You're an Xbox fan. You're gonna get it, and you're gonna stand tall, and you're gonna be with the revolution, right? But if you're one of these independent gamers that has a couple of them, I have a couple of them. I have the Logitech G Cloud. I have the original ROG Ally that the realest one gifted me 2 years ago, and I got now I'm gonna have the Xbox ROG Ally X, and so I know that I'm not PC heavy, and I remember when realist used to walk me down the ROG Ally until I got comfortable with it. Because at first it is PC heavy, and he had to step by step me, and now I just flow with it now. But to have this handheld that's PC heavy, it's still PC heavy, but gravitates to an Xbox player. What Asus has done for Xbox gamers is incredible, because it took what people don't want to talk about is how it's the Asus company, the people that work in Asus are Xbox fans. It's them that wanted to do something. They wanted an Xbox handheld. They wanted a partnership with Microsoft and talk Microsoft into this. And they did. So this is their vision of being, as Xbox fans, wanting a handheld through their company, through their awesome design work, and they collaborated and made this handheld. So this good news has been happening so much that with all the negativity, and I'm gonna say this again, everybody, start blocking everybody that's negative. And I'm saying this as an Xbox person in the Xbox community. Block them all. This is a new era. We're not gonna take this negativity next generation. We're not gonna do it, y'all. Start blocking them. Nobody's gonna take your joy, bro. It's a new day. They're miserable. They spend more time on our posts. We don't even go over there on their posts. They're on our posts because their fan base is boring. All the excitement is on Xbox. All of it. And then what killed them off is that they find out that the handheld sold out. Now, we thought we were the peasants. We thought we were the welfare gamers. Somebody buying up the handhelds. Oh, the scalpers. No, it's not. No, it's not. These things are sold out and got to be put back in for the holidays. Now there's more anger. And they couldn't find anything negative. They couldn't. They were trying so hard today to find something outside of Tom Warren and his foolishness. But that's comedy. Don't let that get to you. Who cares what Tom Warren said? Who cares? Who cares what anybody says? It's just when it goes, when you know that it's the wave, that's when you do it. There's nobody out here that can really validate the hatred for that device. It's just that good. And that's the power of Microsoft, right? When the industry accepts it, the media has to go with that wave. It just doesn't have another choice. It doesn't have an option. It just has to, because riding the wave is what's going to pay the bills for the media. That's what the media does. And like Dolan Knight says, everybody's talking about Xbox now. Facts. Microsoft has won the mind share. It's over. The mind share has begun. So you can be mad at the truth. You can go listen to all the phony crony stuff. You can believe in what the lies, but here, listen, at the end of the day, the mind share has won and the shift, the shift has begun. And so now the only negative thing they can tell an Xbox fan is it's not an Xbox. Who can we don't care if it, we know it's not an Xbox console. What are you, a genius? But listen, the handheld is ran by Windows 11 operating system. The Xbox is ran by a customized Windows 11 operating system. I mean, if I can use my controller, my Xbox controller, and play Xbox games on a certain screen, how is that not an Xbox? We know the Xbox is a console, but we also know my LG C2 can play my Xbox games right there on it. Did it matter that I didn't have to use my console to do that? It still boots up on an Xbox app. It's an Xbox. I mean, that's like I'm gonna put it like this. When you're dealing with donkeys, you have to understand something, man. They're at the lowest level of being dumb. So you got to be patient with them, y'all. You got to be, you got to understand, man, they got a disability. So let's look at it like this. If you watch Netflix on your TV, right? And you watch your movies and you're chilling, you eating your popcorn, and that's Netflix, right? Somebody else watches their Netflix on their phone on a smaller screen, and they open up that Netflix app. You're telling me that's not Netflix? You're gonna sit there and tell me that's not Netflix? or you go on your monitor and you open up Netflix on your monitor and you watch your shows through there. That's not Netflix? Because the last time I understood how it goes is when you open up that service, whatever you open it up in that brand name, that's what it is. Just like this dummy tried to tell me today that Spider-Man was a PC game just because it was being played on a PC monitor. That's how dumb a donkey is. No, stupid. It's a PlayStation game through the PlayStation Network that allows you to play that PlayStation game on your PC. But that's just how low you gotta go. You gotta go that low, man, because they're just mental like that. And Sony created them like that. They can't come out of it. It's gonna be a sad ending for them. A very sad ending. But guess what? Today, the Xbox fans are standing tall. All giants out here now. Look how beautiful y'all look, man. Y'all look so great out here. It's incredible. Nobody can destroy y'all, man. And now y'all are fixing to get the benefits. This handheld, whoever gets this handheld are going to be the first people to understand what it is of what the next generational Xbox experience feels like. You're going to have your library of games at your disposal. You're going to be able to put all your storefronts on this console, this PC hybrid. And this is what I wanted to say. This is what I wanted to say that I got off the subject earlier. This parity thing, right? This notion that, Xbox had to leave the console space because it was last place. Okay. Whatever they want to say, right? Whatever floats their boat. But check this out. If Microsoft stayed in the console business like that and only kept themselves in that one space, they would never be able to show their greatness. I'm going to say that again. If Xbox stayed on console, it would have never been able to show its greatness. What do you mean, legal? Okay. We know the politics in the console space. So Microsoft can sit up here and build these beautiful Xboxes, but some of these devs ain't gonna utilize it. We know this, we get it. But what does every game come from? It's built off the PC. It's built off the open ether. So when they create them games on PC, there's no such thing as parity. You make a beautiful PC game, it goes. That's it. There's no parity. There's no feeling sorry for nothing. It's done. These devs are getting so lazy on PC, they don't even optimize these games no more. You see it. They just create a game, that's it. We'll fix it as it goes. And the PC gamers they're so trashy today, they just go along with it because they don't have no choice. They're stuck on that PC. Where are they gonna go? So they got to deal with all those update patches and all that stuff. So they finished optimizing the game. And this is facts. So if you keep it hybrid, this is the genius part of Xbox, a real hybrid. Not no Switch 2 stuff. I'm talking about a real hybrid. So this thing has not just the power of the PC, but it has the storefronts. It has the capabilities of when these developers create these games for this console and they creating it off that PC, how it finishes out, they got to do it and limit it itself to the degrees of the console. The console, the dev knows how far they can push it because it has an ending spec to it. They know what to do with it. This is how far I can go. That's the difference. The console is a locked feature. So when you give the creative side an endless side to go with and put it towards a locked feature, you're going to do some beautiful things. Now it's going to be based truly off of capabilities. Now we're going to go back. See, this generation is going to finally see what we felt when we were children. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know what it is having two different consoles based off of what they can do. They're about to find out. There ain't gonna be no more feeling sorry for nothing. When a person has an Xbox, the next generation, and a person has a PlayStation 6, you gonna know why. You gonna know the differences. You gonna see it. There ain't gonna be no mystery of who's who. You gonna see it. You gonna be like, damn. Look what that's doing over there. And that's what's going to win for Xbox. It's going to be that damn moment. Damn. And you see that game? Damn. Look what's going on over there. And all they got to do is just put those games out for a couple of years, keep them on that Xbox, and then give them away. Give them away. High price them. Everybody that didn't want to pay for Xbox, when you buy these games, you're going to high price them. And we already know they're not going to buy the game. Realists, we already know they're not going to buy the game. Reds, we already know they're not going to buy the game. Spawn 117, we already know they're not going to buy the game because probably 50% of these clowns that you see today, they're not going next gen. You know why? They already crying over $29.99, $29.99 services. So if they're crying over $29.99 services, they damn sure not gonna buy 1,000-something console.
Bro, they're still on their PlayStation 4s. So I'm not
Facts.
understanding why they're even still
Facts.
I think they have legitimacy to sit there and talk about next gen.
Facts. They just now
I
half of them, I think.
evaluated the network on the Canadian side, and through traffic, we see a lot more PS4s being played.
Oh, through your server. You see
And
them
we
through the
get
server.
the agents that take calls. They ticket it in a special way, and we see what the issues are, right?
Right.
So, through the network, yeah, these guys. This is why I don't even talk no more about
Right.
These, Sony so-called
Right. Because once you know, right?
Yeah,
Once you know, you know.
It's like, bro,
There's
you're
nothing-
sitting there watching everyone on the panel in the chit chat on YouTube, watching all of us stream game next gen while they're sitting there with their PlayStation 4 and their cat sleeping on the exhaust fan.
Facts. This is so, just it's like this, man. Stop worrying about the narratives anymore. Start enjoying your community. Start having a fun time playing your video games. It's still cool. Look, it's still cool to come out here, do our little shows and things like that. But build your community based off of gaming and having a good time. News is gonna be news. Silliness is gonna be silliness. Goofiness is gonna be goofiness. That may not ever go away. That may not ever go away. But the seriousness of our culture and the way we grow each other up, like we've been doing it, will never be faded. Xbox ain't gonna die. Xbox ain't leaving no hardware. That's like saying PC's going somewhere. If they're trying to compete with PC, how they gonna get out of the hardware business? They got their software. So software needs hardware. You just gotta think, man. Stop letting people make you think that you're dumb. Like because because they fear Xbox. They fear it. And so they want to just start saying dumb stuff to make you start thinking, oh man, Xbox is messed up. Do your own research, man. Stop listening to these clowns and do your own research. Because when you know it's different. My man Rain G4 came in here and says, Xbox proves. Oh, wait, man. Let me do this for real. Rain G4 coming down off the top rope using the super chat. I see you. I see you. My bad, brother. I see you. My man Rain G4, thanks for the contribution, my brother. He says, Xbox proves Game Pass is the best thing created in gaming because gamers are acting like side chicks. Facts. Facts. It's all facts, famo. Everything you saying is all facts. I'm going to let that sit for a while, fam. I appreciate you. All the way from Atlanta, Georgia, man. The home of the Braves. Yeah, man. It's nobody's going to argue. When you don't know things, it affects you. Get out there, do your own research, get knowledgeable, and sit there. It's not like we're insiders just because we've been right. It's common sense when you think about it. When you're a student of the game and you pay attention and you listen, it's not hard to see where things are going. You know, people out here trying to show you and tell you what to really worry about. You see them all on Twitter X. They're telling you, listen to them. Get out of all the negativity, man. Get away from it. Block those idiots. You don't have no ego on social media. Social media is not a real place. Who cares? Block them. Because if you start blocking them, then all they have is each other. And they don't enjoy each other because they're not gaming together. They're playing these walk-through, hold your hand games. All this single-player action. They're single-player action in their bed. They ain't going to bed with no females. Everything is single-player with these dudes. They're weirdos. Super weirdos, man.
Now that Pornhub is banned, they're gonna be gay for each other. So yeah, there's really no point of talking to them. Please stop it.
Stop talking to them. Stop talking to them, man. They on that super weirdo stuff. They coming up on Twitter X just to talk to you, to have a conversation with you, man. Get away from them. Block them. This is all about watching the greatness of Xbox now rise up, man. Have some good moments, have some good times, enjoy it. We got a 25th anniversary coming, but until then, we got Ninja Gaiden, we got Outer Worlds 2, we got The Keeper. Come on, man. We got these games.
Don't forget,
we got Call of Duty.
Halo. Next week, the next generation of Halo being announced too.
Halo remake.
Yep, the Halo remake, to get the nostalgia going again. That's beautiful. To get all the memories going again. All the old heads going again. All these memories going again. Reintroduction to this new generation going again. It's beautiful.
It's official, man. I've made the decision from premium. I'm going to ultimate, man. I can't. Premium is amazing. It was ultimate, but now they made ultimate times 2. So I'd rather be times 2, man.
My man.
Dripping out.
My man.
2 extra SSD terabyte. It's time to game. The holidays is here, and I'm not busy no more.
I love it, man. I love it, Spawn
We're all
117.
getting in. Chit chat, everybody. Let's slowly start adding each other. Holiday, Christmas.
That's it.
We all get together and game and rock these servers and blow them out. Make them buy more servers so they could have bigger gaming communities to join us.
That's
Xbox
it,
is
man.
rocking it, man.
I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming out, man. We wanted to come out with one show before this big day tomorrow. We wanted to give y'all something, man, and we're not done yet, man. We got some unboxing to do. We got some more fun to do. We got some shorts to make. We got all kinds of stuff to do, man, and we're gonna do it right here on Di-RRec Gaming. We still got some more gaming to do. I got some gaming stuff ready to be uploaded soon. Before we get out of here, man, let's talk about what games we're playing. I'll start first and I'll pass the mic around. I'm doing Chronos right now. I was trying to 1000 the Gears of War Reloaded, but I don't have time to kill 10,000 people for the the Serious 1.0. I've done Serious 4.0 already, and it takes a while, and I don't have it in me no more. 10,000 kills, they can keep it. I think I'm only like 3 achievements away from fully getting all the to completionists, and I'm just not gonna do it. I did enough. I put in beautiful work, beautiful time. I still have it. I can't wait for E-Day. I knocked all the rust off. Beautiful. I enjoyed it. Thanks for making Gears of War Reloaded for veterans like me. Very special, man. Every now and then I might come on and play 3 games, King of the Hill, and get off, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The Nasher's still broken. Everything that ever pisses you off about the multiplayer is still there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I've been playing Battlefield 6. Thanks to Resident Gamer for gifting me that. Battlefield 6 is off the chain. Love it. We need to get together and link up anybody that wants to get with us and please join us this weekend when we get with J-Mac on Ready or Not. We're gonna run that game with him. We're gonna get together with J-Mac this weekend. I'll be reaching out to J-Mac and we're gonna try to get some video recordings with that, having some fun with that. I've been playing Chronos, the New Dawn as well. Been pushing through it on Twitch. It's a pretty good game. And I got to go back to Metaphor. I got to get back to Expedition 33. I know Ninja Gaidens are coming up. It's just, look, I'm overwhelmed with video games, man. But that's pretty much the ones I'm putting in my time. Rez, you next, bro.
Yeah, I'm playing multiple games actually. So I finished Silent Hill F, which was a great Silent Hill game. It's really cool. It's got werewolves, which is awesome. I'm also playing the first Team Sonic racing game, which I think is better than Mario Kart. I've been having fun with that. And I'm also playing Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I went back and I didn't finish it yet, but I'm still working on that too. And I just also picked up Space Marine 2, and me and Legal are going to co-op that soon. So I'm having a lot of fun, man, with games.
Oh, real quick, be looking out for me and Realist to be playing the Beast. What is it? Damn, I forgot the name. But the
Dying
Beast.
Light.
There you go. Dying Light, the Beast. Continuing our epic. This time I'm gonna hang in there with him. I'm just gonna let him. It's gonna be his show. I'm gonna do whatever he wants me to do this time. Last time it was 10 hours of gameplay. Lord help me. I hope he doesn't. I just Lord help me. But this time we're gonna play it, and I'm gonna do it his way. So if we go through every crack and crevice, so be it. I'm ready for it. Just be checking us. Be looking out in the future for that one too. But go ahead, Rez. Go ahead. I mean, Realist. My fault.
Yeah, Realist turn, yeah.
Oh, Realist might be working. Look, he might have had to do something, y'all. So just forgive him. Spar 117, what you been playing, man?
Of course, dabbling into my Master Chief collection saga, and I've been dabbling into some Crash Bandicoot, Nitro Fueled, and the It's About Time, the number 4. I've been rocking those two for a minute.
Yeah,
Going
Crash
old
is
school.
awesome.
I love these old school games, man. I wish you could bring like a Nintendo emulator so we could play Mario. I've been going old school for a little bit. Of course, my Halo and some Crash Bandicoot on the side.
Well, no doubt, man. No doubt. We're gonna shoot it back to Realist and see if he's gonna come in or not. Give him another chance. But he's probably had to jump out and do some work real quick. But It's all good, man. Yo, resident gamer, get us out of here, man. Send us up out of here, bro. I want to say thanks to everybody for coming out on Direct Gaming tonight, y'all. Let's get ready for the Raw Xbox Ally X tomorrow, y'all. Let's get ready.
Yeah, thanks everyone, and let's show our support for Microsoft, man. Let's grab an Ally X or Ally S. Let's pick it up. Let's show them that we're all in on this and we're ready for the next generation. And let's keep gaming. Let's play more games. Let's show that we're the real gamers out here. And I appreciate every one of you guys that come out here every time we do a show. You guys are the best.
Yes, sir. And with that, we're going to get out of here, man. Remember, the more we support from Microsoft, the more they're willing to do for us, man. The more they're confident enough to know that we're going to have their back and have their support. Thanks to Microsoft team for all the hard work and perseverance that they do day in and day out. Oh, matter of fact, shout out to Sarah Bond, man, for getting up today on Good Morning America with the Xbox Allies, man. It was insane. That was flawless marketing, man. Coming up with Good Morning America, man. That was just beautiful, man. Shout out to the Xbox team. Shout out to all the Xbox community out there around the world. And we're getting up out of here, man. Like Resident Gamer said, y'all. We'll see you on the next time. On the flip side, y'all stay blessed. Much love. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.